we ever sat down and like we feel like we're just called to do this. I think it's kind of one of those things where you've got the known will of God and the unknown will of God. We have things that we know in terms of like obedience, and I think that's what we're shooting for, right? Just the simple widows and orphans kind of.
James 1 kind of obedience, yeah. But I think what really pushed us was last summer when Roe v. Wade was overturned. That was when both of us realized, okay, like it's time. There may be a bigger need in the future for foster families, especially foster families who know the Lord. We knew we had a little bit of bandwidth, and so we just jumped in.
Used it up?
Yeah, we used it up. We're welcoming in other people's chaos into our home. And so we've seen personally just like, oh my goodness, what have we done? This is just complicated and busy and loud. But at the same time, like, the Lord has been so faithful to show us both. Aren't we glad that the Lord didn't shy away from entering into our mess? We get to just more richly understand the Lord in the way that He sent Christ to us. And He was willing to enter into the unknown. And I mean, it's not unknown to Him, but it's our unknown and our busyness and our lack of certainty about anything, and he entered into it for our sake.
Before kind of the work that is being done maybe through us is the work kind of being done in us. We walked into this little bit of ignorance and maybe some arrogance, thinking we're going to go, we're going to be part of this work and love on some babies, and it's been very humbling.
Yeah. And
that's a good thing. It gives grace to the humble, right? So He first definitely needed to humble us and then from there, God has His finished work and His unfinished work, and His unfinished work is taking the gospel to the nations.
Already, we're not just seeing like the work done in our heart, but the Lord is humbling us so that we can, be a part of a lot of the work being done in all the other hearts involved in this, like social workers, case workers, our little buddy himself, and then his parents, both sets. And so it's very humbling. I don't know what the Lord is doing. I think that's where the faith comes into. You pray believing that He can impact generational change, even if we only have Him in our midst for 4 or 5 months. Like, the Lord can take any offering we give Him, and He can do what He will with it. It's not really about our mighty acts of service, but it's, Lord, take this little bit that I have to offer it and multiply it.
If we're able to do anything to help Buddy or anybody else, that's the only reason that we're able to do any of this.
Yeah, it's Christ in us, and that's it. Christ in us, the hope of glory, right?
That's it.